Diogenes of Sinope, who lived from 412 until 323 BCE, was a Greek philosopher who is considered the founder of Cynicism. Because of his eccentric lifestyle and his outspoken criticism of social conventions, some refer to him as the first shock comedian. His quick wit and snarky attitude got him in and out of trouble throughout his life. Let's take a look at his life based on defying social conventions and how it shaped his philosophy of cynicism. Diogenes was born in Sinope, a Greek city on the Black Sea. His father was a wealthy banker, but lost everything and had to leave the city when he was caught counterfeiting coins. They moved to Athens, where Diogenes became a student of the philosopher Antisthenes. Diogenes quickly became known for his eccentric lifestyle and his outspoken criticism of social norms. He lived in a barrel, begged for food, gave people the finger and even pleasured himself in public. He also had a number of famous incidents, and these have passed down to us. One of Diogenes' most famous stories is about the time he was sunning himself in the marketplace. Alexander the Great, the powerful Macedonian conqueror, came up to him and asked if there was anything he could do for him. Diogenes replied, "Yes, stand out of my light." When he was being indecent in public, he responded to a woman scolding him by saying, "If only it were as easy to banish hunger by rubbing my belly." Another philosophical stunt of his was walking around with a lantern saying that he was searching for an honest man. One time he was captured by pirates and sold into slavery. When his new master asked him what skills he had, Diogenes responded that he had no trade but that of governing men, and that he wished to be sold to a man who needed a master. Diogenes had an ongoing feud with Plato, who he called Socrates gone mad. One time Plato gave the definition of man as featherless bipeds. Diogenes plucked a chicken and brought it into Plato's academy, saying, "Behold, I brought you a man." There are many other stories about Diogenes' body, rude and crude behavior, usually based on his finding ways to criticize the ruling elites with his biting humor. Of course, this got him arrested and almost executed several times. While we can't be sure of how many of these stories are true or only partially so, we can surmise that Diogenes was quite a character. As part of his cynical philosophy that he lived by, Diogenes believed that the only way to achieve happiness was to live a simple, natural life free from material possessions and social constraints. He believed it was a virtue to strive to be self-sufficient and independent, and not be concerned with acquiring wealth, fame, or power. He rejected the artificiality of social conventions and argued that they only served to corrupt people. He felt that one should be free from material possessions and social constraints in order to live a truly happy life. The philosophy of cynicism that Diogenes helped found is based on the following key concepts. Ataraxia is the state of being free from disturbance or passion. Cynics believed that the only way to achieve ataraxia was to live a life of simplicity and self-sufficiency. Eudaimonia is the state of being happy or flourishing. Cynics believed that eudaimonia was achieved through virtue, not through pleasure or wealth. Diogenes believed that human beings are naturally good and rational creatures. However, he argued that society corrupts our natural goodness and reason. He believed that the only way to live a truly happy and fulfilled life was to reject society and live in accordance with nature. Cynics taught that people should be self-sufficient and independent. This meant not relying on others for food, shelter, or anything else. Diogenes thought that virtue was the only good and that vice was the only evil. This meant living a life of honesty, courage, and self-control. Diogenes believed that material possessions are a distraction from the pursuit of virtue. He lived a life of extreme simplicity, owning only a few basic necessities. He also rejected social status and wealth, believing that they were meaningless and corrupt. Diogenes asserted that social conventions are artificial and unnecessary. He rejected marriage, family, and other institutions that he saw as harmful to human flourishing. As a result, he also challenged people's beliefs and values, often in a provocative way. Diogenes' cynical philosophy was radical and challenging, and it often put him at odds with the people around him. However, he was also a charismatic and popular figure, and he attracted many followers. His philosophy continues to be influential today, and it has been adopted by a wide range of people, from hippies to punk rockers. Here are 5 of the famous quotes attributed to Diogenes. 1. The only true good is virtue, and the only true evil is vice. 2. I would rather live with lions than with men. 3. If you want to be happy, don't be afraid to be different. 4. The only wealth is freedom. 5. The only way to live is to live in the present moment. Thanks for watching. Please give us a like if you enjoyed this video and feel free to comment to let us know your thoughts on it. Also, check out our other study review videos on other philosophers and philosophies.